National Magazine, and we are here live from London. We have one of our person from United from Nigeria, who is will be speaking to us, which is the person of Chris Obeta, the publisher of Fact Express magazine from Delta State. You're welcome on board, please.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, you are blocking your hands is blocking your view a little bit. Mr. Chris Obeta, please can you tell us more about you to our viewers at home, please?
You tell about myself?
Yes, please.
Come again, please.
Come again?
Mr. Presenter, please, can you come again?
Yes. I said, can you tell the viewers about you a little bit? Let them just a brief introduction of yourself.
Okay. My name is Mr. Chris Obeta, speaking from Nigeria. I'm the CEO of Fact Express magazine. And I'm this year in Delta State.
Yeah, how is Delta State and the COVID-19?
Okay, so far so good in Delta State. We are moving freely, and the pandemic is not as such raging havoc on the cities of Delta State. Business is moving on, although the state border is locked down. People are not allowed to come in, and they are not allowed to go out. But then normal business activity is ongoing right now.
Okay. Or like what happened in Lagos State, and the same thing is still happening in Delta State. Like there's normal movements. Everybody can go to work. You can do. Is that the same thing as Delta State as well?
Well, I didn't get that your sound very well because it seems the line is breaking.
What I ask you is that, is it the same thing, what is happening in Lagos right now? What is happening in Lagos right now? Is it the same thing that is happening in Delta State? Like everyone is moving freely?
Yes, exactly. Everyone is moving freely in Delta State and everyone in Lagos State. But I'm also very sure that the border in Lagos State is also locked down. There is no movement between the two states.
Okay. And before the ease on the lockdown, what are the death rate in Delta State? Do we have any cases in Delta, or what are the things that was happening there before?
Yes, as at yesterday, Delta State only have about 17 cases.
How many?
17 cases.
Okay.
17 cases.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 17 cases, do we have any death, or do we have any death records, or what? Or is it just the cases?
We only have one death previous time, but for so far so good, the state is doing their best to resuscitate any of the victims. I'm sure they are doing their best to bring them back to life. Those who are affected, they are taken to isolation centers, and the health personnel, they are doing all their best to ensure that these people's life are safe.
Yeah, because there's no much cases there. We just have like 17, just only 17 cases. And I believe that's why a lot of people don't really take it. That's why they don't take it serious.
Well, they are not taking it serious for so many other reasons. And I want to believe that the reason why it is 17 cases right now is because of proper health search has not been done. I'm sure if they go on the normal health search, I'm very sure that the case might explode more than the figures that we're having right now. Even before the lockdown before after the lockdown, I mean before the lockdown, the people was actually adamant to obey the rules of law of the directive passed by the government. The reason being that it was difficult for them to survive while they are at home, because a lot of fingers are pointing to the government that the government never provided any palliative for them to survive, although there are political attitude concerning the palliative and some relief packages for some persons. But the people said, according to some of them, they said they prefer that the pandemic take their life rather than hunger takes their life. And they decide I'm sure that is the reason why the government is forced now to allow them to move freely. Otherwise, I would say that the case would have been more than the 17 cases that we have on ground if we are put under proper health search conditions.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one. And what you are saying is that the hungry in Delta State, particularly where you're talking from, it's even more than the coronavirus. Come again?
Yeah, the hunger in Delta State is not exceptional in any other part of the Nigeria. Hunger is I would say hunger is one of the major problems the people are facing. Why the directive cannot be strictly addressed to. The people here prefer to die in that pandemic than to die in hunger, and so they have to disobey the government for staying indoors.
And that is terrible. If someone really wants to prefer to die, because the way the coronavirus operates here, and it's not something you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
It's not something that, if you really want to survive it from here, you need to go on ventilator that will make you to survive, or you go on, if you are not hospitalized, if you are treating yourself at home, because when you're isolating yourself, you need to take some kind of treatment. Do you know that?
Yes, but again, you can take the experiment from that of River State. Yeah. You can imagine when somebody is put in isolation. In River State, they are given 24 hours coffee, no movement, no going out. Yeah. So imagine somebody in that condition who has nothing to eat, who has nothing to take care of his family. What do you expect of such persons? We have artisans who live out of people. But if you are keeping people inside, and there are provisions for them to sustain their life in the few weeks or few months that they are going to stay, I'm sure they will be. Actually, you can agree with me that nobody actually wants to work if we can get free money. So if they give them food and it gives them money, they are ready to stay indoors. Look at what the River State is doing now. According to them, though I've not, the buildings are being pulled down because of one reason or the other. And these are people who voted this man in. I think they are mature way or legal way to handle issues like that. When somebody goes against the law, and let the law take its course, it's not to begin laws into his hand. The government that took laws into his hand. Somebody
Chris, even the Excellency, the governor of Rivers State came out.
Yes.
I think over the weekend, and they were like, no one should go out. He came out, started arresting people on the road. Don't you think by doing that, he's even exposing himself to danger?
Yes, it's exposed itself to danger. You see, one problem we have in this country is that the laws in Nigeria is only made for the commoners. It's not made for the bourgeois.
Mm.
So if you are asking somebody not to do a certain thing, you should show a good example as a leader. You imagine when Funke was arrested.
Yeah.
You should remember there are so many high-wing personalities in Nigeria that also contravene the law. But who arrested them? Nobody. Okay, nobody does that. But what do we say? What would the people say? Who would defend the people? But I feel so strong. I think one of the best methods to be safe from this pandemic is to stay indoors, self-isolation. But the people are putting two things into consideration now: the COVID-19 and hunger. Which ones take priorities? The people prefer COVID-19 to kill them than hunger to kill them. And if you interview some of them, they will tell you that COVID-19 is not even existing in Nigeria.
That is it.
And one question.
Yeah. I don't believe that Nigerian people, they believe that this thing really exists. Yes. Because the social distancing is not improper. It's not well in place. You could see the first day that they were asked they were asked to move out, like the lockdown was eased on them. They were like, we have 100 millions of people on the street not obeying this social distance. You understand? So I don't know.
I'm following you.
Is it because the awareness is not enough, or maybe they don't really believe it? Or is it because of the hunger, the poverty that is making it look like that?
Okay, well, like some school of thought will begin to criticize the, I would like to call it an information that COVID-19 is not in existence, that Nigeria in particular is used to extort money for the international world. The money the international world are sending to them, is nowhere to be found. That they are using the season to enrich themselves. So that alone make them to criticize the existence of COVID-19. And again, they always want to ask, who are those people that are affected? They want the government to display them on the screen, on our television stations, so that let them see if it is actually real. To them, they say it is not real. That COVID-19 is not real. Even though it exists, maybe it's in the international world, not in Nigeria. So it is very difficult now for us to educate our people that this pandemic is actually real. Some of them say it is not sickness of the poor, but the sickness of the rich. That it is only the people that goes abroad. Those are the people that comes with such diseases, not the commoners. This is the mentality.
It's only the people from abroad, from overseas, that have coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Okay. It does not affect the common ones. It does not affect the poor people.
If that should be the case, then why is the governor of Rivers State demolishing? Like, I saw one post yesterday whereby this morning, the post was like the restaurant wasn't obeying the safety measures of COVID-19, and I think they were operating, and he went there. Two different hotels or bar or restaurants, and he went there to demolish them down.
Yes, but you agree with me that is draconian policy. It is not a good approach. If somebody contravene the laws, what he ought to have done at that point is to get them arrested and isolate them. It is not a good thing. It is not a good story to hear.
Yeah, Craig Obeta, I think if you can still hear me. Yes, uh, my guest today is Chris
Somebody,
Oluta. I think there is a network problem from Nigeria. Can you hear me now? Are you back?
yeah, yes, I'm back. I can hear you.
All right. Okay. Go ahead, please.
Yes. So the action the governor of that state took was, I think, to me, it was a very wrong action. The people contravenes the law of the land, against what the government said that we should stay indoors and stay isolated or stay in social distance. And anybody from contravening the law, I think the law has its part to play. What they ought to have done there is to get them arrested, charge them, then isolate them. With this, it will be doing the right thing. But for breaking down the abuse center, imagine people are crying that they don't have food to eat. Then you are causing them problems, taking away their businesses away from them. I am of the opinion that the government of that state will have to restore back the hope of those citizens whose house or business centers have been destroyed.
But because they all asked the governor asked everyone to close down their business because of COVID-19, and they went ahead to flaunt the order of the governor. I think that was the reason why the place was demolished. Or do you think they are justified to take the what's it called, the governor to court?
Yes, they are very justified to take the governor and the government of the state to court. Because if they criticize that environment that is being infected by that virus, so demolishing the business center or the building, it is strictly an aberration. It is not accepted, and it can never be acceptable.
Yeah, because the best thing it should have done is like take all of them to isolation center. Are you sure it's not going to cost?
Take all of them to isolation center.
Yeah, are you sure it's not going to cost them much money to take them to isolation center or seal the place up?
That was the best thing the man ought to have done. You look at it now. So many persons, so many schools. I mean, critics, they are coming up and saying all sorts of negative talk against the man. That the man smokes drugs. He smokes India. Maybe the man is acting out of his mind.
How are they sure that it's under drugs influence? A lot of things comes up when things happen like that. A lot of things comes up, you know.
Yes, a lot of things comes up. So, yeah. But if the people are criticizing the government of the day or the governor, rather to speak, that the man his actions is being influenced by drug, then it should defend itself. It should defend itself. I think into the have to take him to test him if he's not actually on the influence of drugs. Because that is not a normal behavior.
Advice for him, if you want to advise him. Governor Wike, yeah. If you want to advise him,
yes, Governor Wike.
Yeah, what is your advice for him on this on the approach he's using?
My advice to him is to stay in his office and give directive. And any actions that is isolated via anger, you can never yield good results. Let it go back to his drawing board and ponder on what he has done, the advocacy that he has done to the citizens of that state, and tender our apology. Next time, he should not lead the squad. We have task force on that action. What to do? Are you following me?
I'm with you.
Yes. As he gets back to his drawing board, he should begin to think of how to restore the hope of those people. Those buildings that was demolished, those business centers that he has demolished, he have to restore them and even compensate them. Tender an apology before Nigerians, because Nigerians were not happy with our attitude. Number one citizen of a state who's supposed to defend the citizen that voted them into office is now using the power that was bestowed on them by the citizen of that state to fight them. It is not acceptable. It is not welcome development at all.
Yeah. But a lot of Nigerian citizens on social media they were really commending his effort to come out to do the job himself. You know, lots of people were like, you know, in life, we have different people in this world. So some people are commending his effort that, yes, it's coming out to, I mean, to effect all the things that other people supposed to do for him. It's really trying and it's making the job more, I mean, more effective. So what will you say to that?
Yes, you see, when it comes out in the first place, it will have been better for him. But he should have been able to know his shortcoming, that he have quick temper. Somebody that has quick temper will be very, very difficult to make a quick decision, to make a U-turn. Now he has made mistake. So the mistake that he has made now has contaminated all his good work. Nobody will not want to see this good work again. What people will be looking at now is the error that he has committed by bringing down a whole building. So if we find somebody affected in government house, so what does he expect us to do? So should they bring down the government house and build another one? This is the question he needs to ask himself. So it is the same thing. The government house is where the government is making decisions to rule that state. And that building that this man brought down, that is where they are taking decisions to make food and bring on the table of the children of the family. So whoever that is commending him now, they are commending him based on his initial action, but not the actions that he has the last action he partook in, which is wrong. Me, I criticize him, my own personal self.
So, like, your advice now to him is just to ask him to step back, to go back to the office and give directive, because he's quick to anger. Is that what you're saying now?
He's quick to anger. Yeah. Yes, quick to anger. It's not good for a leader. Okay. It's not good for a leader at all.
Yeah.
Quick temper cannot give you a good result.
So, how many states are still in lockdown in Nigeria now? I think it's about like 2 or 3 states who are in lockdown because of what is happening over there.
Many of the states are still in lockdown. But the problem we are having is really we just need to educate ourselves. Look at what happened to banks recently. You know now when you are going to bank in our Nigeria bank, the bank authority say they check you in maybe 10 in a group. Okay. In order to maintain that social distance.
Social distance, yeah.
Yes, but the funny aspect of this strategy is faulty. If you watch outside the bank, where the people are waiting for them to be ushered in, you see how the people cluster among themselves. So the whole idea is already proved abortive already, because if the people cluster around themselves outside the banking environment, and later you check them in tents, the idea is defeated. So I wish the people can still stay outside and still maintain that social distance outside the people while you are going to check them in. Their effort will be a welcome development. So what the banks are doing now, I criticize it. They are not doing social distancing even when they're taking them into the banking hall. Except that they are doing it. Except that they are doing it to protect themselves, but to protect the people outside the bank. Nothing like that. Nothing like social distance while you are checking them into the bank.
Are you sure the bank is also responsible for their customer safety, or the customer supposed to defend themselves first from the COVID-19?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. If they are protecting themselves from telling the customers to have to make a social distance before they check into the bank, that is okay. But then they're supposed to put a personality outside to see that awareness on them. Like what I said previously, people don't believe that this COVID-19 exists at all. So if you have a personality that is also helping the government of the day to still educate the people even while they check them into the bank, to let them know the importance of social distance, I think the bank will also be doing a good thing to help us. And because one of the reasons why schools and churches are closed down today is because
the network in Nigeria is, I think, it's fluctuating, and I think the network is really going off. And that's the voice of Chris Obeta, the publisher of Fact Express magazine in Nigeria. We have we have we've been discussing about COVID-19 in Nigeria, and also the kind of measures that is being in place for our citizen and the government. And I think it's nice having him on our program today. And if you want to join this program, you can click on the number. You can click on the link, and you can you can come in with your own contribution. Then we can come together and see how we can educate. Our people in Nigeria against the COVID-19, so that people will be aware of how this deadly virus operates. You know, when you are somewhere and you don't have a knowledge of something, it's a little bit difficult for someone to be able to fight it or tackle it. So that's why we are bringing this program. It's just for to create awareness and to make sure that people in Nigeria are being safe, and people outside everywhere, they are all safe. Because we still have some interior villages in Nigeria whereby they don't even listen to news. They don't even have the access to even listen to internet, whereby they can and have a phone or have any other thing. But we are making this so that we can get to the dust to get to everyone's doorstep in Nigeria or in anywhere in the world. So thank you so much for joining me on this program. We'll always be with you, and always remain blessed. I will be drawing out the curtain for today now. Until I come your way again, I remain yourself, Mr. Noble Adebayo Adiaga. Always keep safe. Thank you.